just wanna see me different. Kick back when I count millions. Now they wanna hide when it ain't safe, but they don't do it and they play games. And they like everyone for a little bit when they hate at the same time. If I don't like you, you get yeah. 808 with a drum kick, got it. Just saying where I'm at now. I was in yams, but I just left. Let's go. Had to call game on the first, and it ain't work. Say they only want a little bit, but they always hitting off my phone. I'm all alone when it get tough now, and I laugh when it's time to go. Yeah, I don't miss you. You don't do enough for me to diss you, but I put a party on a big yacht, and I want you to come kick it. I want you to come kick it. Keep your head down, boy. I'll never be the same now, boy. Yeah, just got a new whip with a V8 and it make noise. Yeah, them boys in a Civic going 50. It's a difference. Ain't nobody see me winning, but I be here in a minute. They just wanna see me.
And we've been waiting for this. Day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks for joining us as we start the new season. This is Brian Anderson. I'm here with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, our reporter, Allie LaForce. And this is the first they're seeing of New York, hoping to kick off the season the right way.
And in a series of the have-nots last year, they came out on the losing end, really looking for some improvement here.
Oh, stolen by Embiid. Here's Christie. And the layup is good off the glass.
What you see is continued improvement in his ability to create for others. Great to see OG Anunoby make the open read.
Here's Whitehead. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Well, Doris, we got a clash at the 5 spot here tonight. Can't wait to see these centers go at it.
B.A., there was once a point in history where we were talking about, is the 5-man phased out of the game? And all of a sudden now you have several MVPs who occupy the position. It is unequivocally going to be a special matchup tonight.
Drops in the 3.
That's a great beginning. 3 for 3 from the floor.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. Whitehead, shot is good.
Boy, that one was not easy. Every once in a while, you just make a tough shot.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to catch up with Nick Nurse. I talked with him about Joel Embiid and asked him what he wants his team to do against him defensively. And he said, I told our big guys to play with physicality out there, but to also know when to go straight up and not let him bait us into silly fouls. It's not an easy assignment, but coach seemed confident in their chances of containing Joel. Guys?
Appreciate the report, Allie. Whitehead, shot is good.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
Doris, you look at the shooting of Karl Anthony Towns. A 7-footer. He's as good as it gets.
He is, B.A. He has been verging on the 50, 40, 90 efficiency type numbers in recent years. He is right there with Dirk Nowitzki when you talk about the sweetest shooting big men of all time.
Here's Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Oh, Mr. Towns can hurt you from anywhere, and that includes putting it on your head.
Here's Anunoby. Oh, it's stolen. Here we go. The Sixers on the break.
A sharp steal and some quick offense cuts it down to a 1-possession game. Well done.
First quarter of basketball. Just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Christie's shot is off. The Sixers trailing. Boy, the offense has been on point.
They have great timing and great communication. So hard to get stops against them.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Holland.
Miscommunication oftentimes leads to turnovers. That's something they'll want to discuss.
Pass to Anunoby. Here's Christie. Now here's Barrett. Here's Christie. He's covered by Hart. Here's Anunoby. Here's Embiid. Rebound by Philadelphia. Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Offensive board. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. And New York has possession. Pass to Brunson. Here's the three. Hits the trifecta. Brunson's got 5 points.
What a confident stroke from Jalen Brunson. This guy doesn't have to dominate with the ball in his hands.
Here's Holland. Inside. And it's blocked by Embiid. To the inside. The steal. And Embiid throws it down.
At 7 feet tall, Embiid looks to dunk often, especially when he's got good positioning.
Here's Whitehead. Sinks that one from the post. Give him 8 points now.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
Pass to Christie. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
He takes it in. Towns, right side. Shoots over Embiid. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway. Knicks leading by 6. Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. And Embiid throws it down.
He's so tough to stop. Even when you hit Embiid, he possesses the strength to muscle shots in.
New York shooting their first free throw of the evening. Now Towns. 4 seconds left. Takes it inside. And that's 2 points on the layup. Towns has got his second bucket of the night.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
Offense is coming free and easy as we wrap up the first. Knicks out in front, up by 7. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for New York.
So far, they've had a lot of success off fast break plays, and they'll probably continue to push the tempo as much as possible.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
McDaniels from long range. It's rebounded by Wade. And so Morris will bring it up for New York. And after this game wraps up, they're off to Indiana, where they'll face the Pacers. That'll be the second of 2 games on the road. And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. The Knicks making a switch here. McBride with it. Outside Winslow. Pass to Joe. Clock at 6. Boucher outside. Launches it. And it's Merrill who clears it away. 76ers trail by 7. It's Hart on the wing. Back to Bryant. And there's a 3-second violation. And New York has possession. And about a minute gone in the second quarter. And he gets the bucket.
If you give him any sort of space, he's going to attack.
Here's Kidd. And the defense didn't have position. They whistle a blocking foul, and he'll go to the line. Well, despite the effort to create super teams, the league has a lot of parity right now, Grant.
It really does, and I like it. It's not quite like the 80s Celtics and Lakers or the 90s Bulls, partly because of the salary cap. It's so hard to pay more than 2, maybe 3 stars at a time.
And the basket by Boucher.
Now, this is a young guy stretching the big position, right? Chris Boucher very willing to rise and fire from downtown.
Outside McDaniels. And they come right back with their own three-pointers. McDaniels got his first 3 points of the game.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Here's Joe. And again, New York with the triple.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Here's Kidd. And he drops it in from the low post. Kidd's got 4 points now in the quarter. Knicks leading by 8. Outside McBride. To the middle. Hart pulls it in.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
From outside the arc. And the 76ers another 3.
Well, Josh Hart just making a really quick decision on the catch. It touches his hands and he lets it fly.
Outside McBride. Deflects the pass. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. To the wing on the left.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Here's Kidd. Shot clock at 5. Here's Merrill. Off the mark there with a 3.
And lockdown defense against one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
Here's Joe. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. That one on McDaniels. New York shooting their second and third free throws tonight. Both teams deciding to change it up. It's both from the stripe. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. Pass to McDaniels. Here's Kidd. Brunson defending. Bryant, left side. Here's Kidd. Holland for 3. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt. Knicks leading by 7. Now here's Anunoby. Still without a bucket. Stolen by Bryant. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allen.
Jalen Brunson's craft sets him apart. He said, quote, "I've always played with my instincts and tried to see the game a couple plays ahead. As I've gotten older, that part of my game has gotten wiser and better, but I'm still learning." Brian, that's a scary thought for the rest of the league.
He's already plenty dangerous, Alec. Barrett, he's open. Oh, drains the 19-footer. Barrett's got his first basket.
For a good offensive player, you've got to take what the defense gives you. RJ does just that, settles into the mid-range.
Down low, Embiid puts it in.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
76ers trail by 9. Pass to Merrill. Fires for 3. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Embiid with it. Back to Brunson. Right at the free throw line. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
And so that's the end of the first half. Knicks out in front, up by 6, and will return shortly. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. The Sixers trailing. Here's Kidd. Down low. Here's Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Don't you love how Towns' hands are always ready to receive the pass? Terrific job on the pick and roll.
And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments.
I know you are. How about a big hand for your Sixers EMT?
And Barrett has got the ball here for New York. Driving in, and that one is stuffed right through.
This guy can finish with either hand. What a finish from R.J. Barrett.
To the paint. Here's Towns, and it's powered home by Towns.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. Embiid, good.
Without missing a beat, Embiid gets the shot up, and that's the work of an assertive offensive player.
And it's powered home by Towns.
Did you see that? Look at the elevation on that dunk, B.A.
Man, he just cocked it back and fired it down with one hand. Left side, Brunson. Anunoby. Rebound by Philadelphia. This game is so close. 1 or 2 plays could make the difference.
It's so imperative to try to make each trip count. Their first missed after hitting 3 straight shots, but I like their aggressiveness coming out of the half.
R.J. Barrett with excellent vision. And it's not just the vision, it's the ability to put it on time and on target. Nicely done.
Here's Kidd. Shot is good. Off the back rim and in. Kidd's got 6.
Boy, excellent start to the second half. They've missed just once in 5 attempts.
Pass to Christie. Screen by Embiid. Inside. Oh, Embiid punishing the basket.
Flat out dominant. Joel Embiid having his way tonight.
Here's Towns. Guarded by Barrett. And here they come. Here's Christie. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson. And now it's a 9-point Knick lead.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
Towns for 3. Oh, he drains it. His 6th make in 9 tries so far.
Hey, whatever coach told him during the break is beginning to pay off.
And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Of course, OG Anunoby helped the Raptors so much on their title run in 2019.
Yeah, the hard part is he was never able to suit up for the NBA Finals. To get through the season and then have an injury at that point, heartbreaking for a player. But consider, he's the first UK-born player to win an NBA title, and that cannot be taken away. That's a great feed by Cat. Those assist numbers have improved big time over the years.
Offensively, Karl Anthony Towns is one of the most well-rounded big men in the league, Grant.
Yeah, maybe in league history, B.A. He's an elite three-point shooter, post scorer, and his passing is severely underrated.
And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over.
Substitution on the court.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Here's McBride. Outside Winslow. Stripped it away. There's the steal. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Here's McBride.
Josh Hart takes such pride on the defensive end. How about that contest right there, making it almost impossible with his defense?
You know, that was an excellent play right there, using his strength to power through contact.
Philadelphia shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game. The Knicks with the lead. Outside McBride. Boucher outside. He buries it from 3. Boucher's got 6 points.
I like when Boucher is aggressive looking for his opportunities offensively. Nice little made jump shot right there.
The shot by Towns, no good. New York leading by 5. Down low. It's stolen by Hart. Fast break, Philadelphia. Pass to Towns. Sinks it again. That's his 7th made field goal in 11 tries.
I'll tell you, despite this guy's strong play in this period, they're still behind. Someone else has got to step up.
.54 left to play in the 3rd quarter. 6 to shoot. Back to Wade. And here's McBride. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. 76ers trail by 3. There's 37 seconds left in the 3rd. Out of bounds, it'll be Knicks ball. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Here we go, the Sixers on the break. Throw it down on the breakaway jam.
They've closed the gap over the last few possessions. But can they push through and grab the lead?
Yeah, it feels like they've ramped up their intensity. They have forced good things to happen. Now they're back in it.
Back to McBride. Boucher on the screen with 4 on the clock. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. Joe's got 7 points in the game.
Timeout.
And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust.
Your Sixers ENT. Let's give them a big round of applause.
From 17. And that's not going to go. That takes us to the end of the 3rd quarter. What a game. Neither team giving ground.
The Knicks, 53.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the 4th quarter could have more action in store for us. And Brunson's got the ball here for New York. To the middle. Here's Embiid. And then Embiid with the dunk.
That's just outstanding floor awareness from Jalen Brunson. It doesn't matter if he's at the 1 or the 2. He always makes the right play.
You can feel the temperature rising in this arena. Both teams pouring it on offensively.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or 2.
Back to Brunson. To the inside. Tipped. And it's out of bounds to the Knicks. New York will retain possession.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Knicks.
Well, the coaching staff has to love what they're seeing on offense. There's so many assists because how this team is moving the ball.
Boy, the long ball has been another point of emphasis for this group tonight. Their shooters are finding open spaces and firing without hesitation.
And the Knicks with the possession here, following the score by Philadelphia. And Embiid throws it down.
You get to see on display how Jalen Brunson has become this dynamic force offensively. Nice use of the pick and roll.
Here's Whitehead. Towns can't get it to go. Here's Christie. Down low. Here's Embiid. And then Embiid with the dunk.
And no surprise here, right? This guy is not only a gifted player, but he is so smart on the offensive end.
Knicks leading by 7. Inside. And Embiid throws it down.
2 strong points from Embiid. His MO is to own the painted area.
And here's Brunson from the arc. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. And they've been careless with the ball tonight.
Yeah, it's a lack of focus and a lack of discipline. They're better than this. Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, BA.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team.
Let's remember this is 6'8" with some hops. OG Anunoby with the dunk.
Such a risky pass. Hopefully he thinks twice about attempting that again.
Now here's Brunson. Knocked away. Here's Whitehead. Christie with a rebound. Here's New York. 9-point game. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. Embiid. The open J off the mark.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate. Well, as usual, this guy cooking on the offensive end, but right now the other guys on his team have got to step forward.
Here's Christie. Sinks it from distance. Christie's got 5 points now this quarter.
3 points.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Anunoby can't get it to go.
Might like a do-over there. Quality look inside.
And it's powered home by Towns.
How about Karl Anthony Towns bullying his way to that second chance look? Nicely done.
Back to Embiid. And it's Whitehead with a rebound. 76ers trail by 8. To the middle. Here's Towns. Oh, he goes back with the dunk. Right over to Embiid.
How about the creativity, the athleticism? That's a rare combination for a guy his size. Go to work, Cat.
1:19 left in the 4th. 3-pointer Embiid. Knicks keep it alive. Lets it go from deep. Yes, sir! Embiid from distance.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end. Amazing individual performance, but you'd like to see more guys start to get involved. I don't know if he can do it alone.
Brunson misses. 50 seconds left to play in the 4th quarter. Here's Holland. Yes!
Well, Josh Hart, the very definition of unselfish. How about keeping his eyes up and finding his teammate?
Pass to Christie. Embiid's got space. True on the 14-footer. And the Knicks lead by 7.
Looking to close things out. That might have been the nail in the coffin.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
Here's Kidd. Pass to Whitehead. So New York wins it. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them. They had to dig deep to come out on top.
Yeah, you know, some teams